Namaskar, a very good evening to all. Respected Professor Jang-Moo LEE, respected Professor Kanak Sabapati, respected Professor K Malhotra, Professor SHIBUSAWA Sakae, Future Hub Director and Deputy Directors, distinguished guests, participants and members of ICSSR family. The 21st SCA conference will soon conclude. It is our great honor to spend the past 2 days with scientists and scholars from different countries. With your participation, the conference successfully finished all its sessions. On behalf of organizers, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to the joint efforts of all participants, leaders, and experts from different areas of science and social science for sharing their research. During the last 2 days, we had in-depth discussion and communications, assessing and mapping the impact of science on society. We discussed how to safeguard our planet. We discussed risk imposed by climate change. What could be Society 5.0 in 2050 and other relevant issues intersecting the lines between science and society. Now, to begin our closing ceremony, I would like to invite Professor SHIBUSAWA Sakae, Secretary General, Treasurer, SCA, to share with us 21st Science Council of Asia Conference Declaration. Sir.
Thank you, Richard, and good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, we would like to announce you that yesterday, Management Board meeting have approved a draft of Executive Summary of Future Strategic Plan 2022, and also approved the summary as the conference declaration. The document is composed of more than 2,000 words in 5 pages. At the time limited, I would like to show you a brief outline of the declarations. Next, please. Role of science, role of SCA. SCA is a non-profit organization established in 2000 and aims at enhancing scientific cooperation, advancing science, and driving sustainable progress in Asia. SCA is also providing an inclusive platform for promoting a scientific exchange among scientists in all academic fields in Asia. Next, please. Challenges and opportunities. 1, global sustainability, climate change, and natural disaster and biodiversity. With utmost effort, we are trying to achieve sustainable development goals articulated by the United Nations 2030 agenda. Issues such as climate change, natural disaster, and biodiversity, in particular, are all calling for our immediate attention, and imperativeness of the issues is well shared among the SCA community to encourage the best practices. Second, converging science and technology and digital transformation. The convergence of science and technology has become eminent in tackling complex problems of climate change and COVID-19. The digital transformation has also a great potential for better life and society, especially in untapped era. However, they can also multiply already existing problems, such as inequality, power struggles, erosion of civil rights, and governance capacities. The underlying technology of DX, such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and new materials, also have the risk of creating new disparities and being used for purpose other than their intended purpose. The 2-year-long negative impact of COVID-19 on people seemingly brought us an opportunity to further advance DX. and consider how to develop DX for the benefit of all people. Science in policy and public discourse. The wisdom of science is essential for persuasive and effective policy making. Since COVID-19 was a known entity, many people have been confused and influenced by information uncertainty. Although trust in business and media discourse have declined during the pandemic, COVID-19 has reminded us of the importance of advocacy for scientific knowledge as a reliable, trustworthy contributor to making science-based policies. Therefore, changing practice in science and scientific system. Science has a function providing global public goods, which means its benefits should be enjoyed by people all over the world. In this regard, the concept of open science and action therefore on the increase. One of the crucial barriers to promote open science is that the uneven distribution of knowledge and information can be increased between those who can access the digital infrastructure and those who cannot. Now, 5, freedom and responsibility in science. Ongoing social transformation in many societies creates and highlights a diversity of values in a manner that has never existed before. Acknowledging and leveraging the diversity of values is important in science as they are in wider society. We need to redefine the responsibility of science with consideration of equity, diversity, and inclusivity in science, as well as in action that promote and safeguard scientific freedom, fairly, and responsible conduct. Next, please. Initiatives in short term one, the membership and building a bigger inclusive community. SCA is composed of 31 organizations from 18 member countries and regions in Asia. It has been providing a fair and desirable space where diversified scientists discuss regional issues, creating a stimulating network. As membership dues are not required, it enables scientific organizations to join easily. In addition, SCA has 2 particular characteristics. First, it covers all academic disciplines, including social science and humanities. Second, more than one organization from one country can join SCA. This aspect of SCA enables members to have interdisciplinary discussions aiming at science-based solutions, which is a notable advantage of SCA. Next, please. Second, academic conferences. The scheme of the annual conferences are recommended to refine as follows to enhance cooperation and further foster relationship with societies. More diversified, not limited to the academic, but all sectors and stakeholders, including policymakers, businesses, and the media to be invited to interact. The more flexible annual conference can be held both online and offline in hybrid style for better, more open access to the world beyond Asia. 3, scientific consultations. An open network opportunity is also recommended to be arranged by the host organization of annual conference to facilitate global governance, which is indispensable for realizing sustainable development and inclusive society. For international collaboration, SCA has been the interdisciplinary conference body since its inception. Recently, inter- and transdisciplinary activities and initiatives which involve various stakeholders have become more important. 5 publications and publicity. The SCA website should be more frequently updated to include recent activities such as the symposium and seminars of member organizations, their publications, and so on. Member organizations are encouraged to contact SCA Secretariat for that purpose. That is all, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing insightful and holistic vision by integrating emerging advances of science and technology with wisdom in conference declaration. To move ahead, now I would like to invite Future Earth Hub directors and deputy directors to give their presentation and plan of action. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'd like to start our presentation. Should I present from ourselves?
Yes, madam, please go ahead.
I cannot show because the secretariat, you are presenting the current slides. Yes, okay. Just a second, please. Okay. So on behalf of the directors and deputy directors of 4 future global secretariat hubs in Asia, the Global Hub Director, Japan, Fumiko Kasuga, would like to congratulate the success of the 21st Science Council of Asia Conference and to express our sincere gratitude to Indian Council of Social Science Research, ICSSR, and other co-organizers of the 21st SCA conference, President of SCA, and also to the Secretariat of SCA for kindly providing opportunities to Future Earth to be present at the opening ceremony with remarks by Professor S.K. Satish, to chair a thematic session by Dr. Smriti Basnet, and finally to introduce Future Earth at this closing ceremony. So, am I showing the right slides? It's okay?
Yes.
Okay. So first, let me briefly introduce the history of Future Earth. Okay. So Future Earth research originated from former Global Environmental Change Program back in 1980s. World Climate Research Program, WCLP, which is still our close collaborator, and other global environmental change programs such as International Geosphere Biosphere Program, IGBP, International Program on Biodiversity Science, Diversitas, and International Human Dimension Program on Global Environmental Change, IHDP, have been active and providing cutting-edge science. However, those researchers themselves had a serious reflection that their efforts were not enough to stop environmental change and to transform society towards sustainability. With such reflection, then International Council for Science, ICSU, now International Science Council, and several other leading organizations decided to create a new type of research program, which is Future Earth. Through several several steps and phases, finally, Future Earth was fully initiated in 2015. So Future Earth is a global initiative focused on advancing sustainability science, but has strong characteristics presented by vision and mission, such that Future's vision is of a sustainable and equitable world for all, where societal decisions are informed by openly accessible and shared knowledge. And Future's mission is to advance research in support of transformation to global sustainability. We are more focused on collaboration with non-academic stakeholders from the beginning of the research plans, and to provide the product of science achievements together with such stakeholders to be applicable to the society. We also noted seriously that collaboration between social and natural sciences are very, very important. And after several years progresses, we received an external review in 2020. And based on that review, we made quite a big governance structure change last year to be more diverse, inclusive, and to be driven by Future's research community. Accordingly, we established the Future's Assembly, presented here on the left side, consisting of all the representatives from Future's research projects, networks, national and regional entities, representatives from low and middle income countries, and also representatives from early career researchers. We have also the partner organizations and custodian organizations at the Assembly. And the Assembly elects the Governing Council members to be the more daily decision-making body. And with the direction from Governing Council and Assembly, we, the Future Secretariats, are operating the daily implementation. Now, we are happy to introduce that we have currently eight global secretariat hubs, among which 4 are from Asia, such as South Asia, located in India, and China hub, Taipei hub, and Japan hub. Other 4 hubs are located in Sweden, France, Canada, and US. And most probably, we are welcoming a new hub from Africa very, very soon. Well, these global research networks are the core research community of Future Earth. We have in total 27 global research networks based on various disciplines such as carbon emission, atmospheric chemistry, land use, earth and human history, governance, ecosystem, or other biodiversity programs, and health modeling, monsoon Asia, and marine and water science. We're more encouraging stakeholder engagement in these thematic networks, such as water, energy, food nexus, ocean, natural assets, urban health, finance and economics, systems of sustainable consumption production, and emerging risk and disasters. Based on these firm foundation of research, we're also promoting integrated or synthetic activities, such as those integrated initiatives under three major pillars of the activities, such as facilitate research in innovation, build and mobilizing network, and shape the global narratives. We are presenting a synthetic report at the COP, every year's COP, and also promoting capacity building programs, one of which is in Asia. And we're very active in Asia and Pacific with research programs, as well as national networks, national committees in many countries. Just a second. Okay. Futures has been collaborating with past SCA conferences, such as those hosted by Sri Lanka, Manila, Tokyo, and also the Asian communities were active in developing initial strategic plan for Future Earth in Asia. So we're very happy to contribute to this 21st SCA conference. Okay. With this, I'd like to hand over to other, to 4 individual secretariat hubs, so that they can show who we are and what we are doing. Okay, so Debashis, are you?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Fumiko. Yeah, so first of all, I like to thank to the SCA organizing committee to provide us the opportunity to share our views and provide us the opportunity to discuss and the programs and activities which we are currently going on. So this is the team members from the Global Secretariat of China. It is headed by Professor Wen Jietung and myself and Dr. Chang Chai Chin. We are co-directing the hub. In addition, we have 5 science officers who are deeply involved in network and capacity building, research, synthesis and policy, communication, etc. Apart from that, we have several our colleagues who are involved in the finance and operations and mainly handling the administrative jobs. So please, next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, so here I like to discuss brief little bit about the Global Secretariat of China. It is a newly established hub, recently added in the Future Earth community. So this hub is hosted by China Association for Science and Technology. And this is mainly organized and maintained by the Sun Yat-sen University, Southern Marine Science and Engineering, Guangdong Laboratory, key laboratory of tropical atmosphere ocean system. So here we are mainly involved in different functions, which are as follows, like we work with stakeholders in designing solutions to major global issues, and we try to jointly implement those action plans. Secondly, we set up regional capacity building center and promote communications with the pool of young talents, climate scientists, public forum, etc. Another major aspect which we used to focus on, that is the promote exchanges between regional member organizations and strengthen the international scientific and technological cooperations. So if we come to the activity part, so we are mainly involved in several activities, like we are involving deeply in as a liaison role for different GRNs, mainly the mayors and IRG. Also, we are directly involved with a new GRN, that is A3 Foresight program. Secondly, usually every month we are organizing a Future Earth virtual symposium. The main objective of this symposium is to build and develop an interaction and exchanges among the scientists or from different natural and humanity background and their interconnections with the public forum. Thirdly, recently we are about to launch a Future Earth Early Career Research Program. Actually, this program mainly we are focusing on the early career researchers who are within 3 to 5 years of their career, and we are motivating them to apply for this ECR fund to fulfill their innovative research activities and to develop collaboration and cooperation activities. So apart from that, we are organized COP26 side event, and we are deeply involved with the SRI event 2022, which are going to happen in Pretoria, South Africa. But of course, we are mainly deeply involved in the online mode. So, however, I like to I like to use this platform to all of you to cooperate and collaborate with us, and feel free to contact me or any of our hub members for future collaboration and association. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Yeah.
Thank you, Debashis. So next, I would like to invite Ria Lambino from Japan Hub. Yeah,
thank you very much. Yes. Hi. Thank you very much for allowing us this opportunity to share a bit about our work. I represented the Future Earth Japan Hub. I'll be sharing on behalf of our director, Professor Fumiko Kasuga, and our current deputy director, Professor Hein Male, and the rest of the Japan Hub team here, which is composed of various science officers, communications officers, and administrative staff. Next slide, please. So the Future Earth Japan Hub, as a member of the Global Secretariat Hub, we provide a lot of, we facilitate research, synthesis, and policy, and engage in contribute to the projects such as the 10 new insights in climate science. We also provide co-leadership in terms of the research and innovation functions of the Global Future Earth, as well as liaison support for various global research networks, such as those working on themes like the urban health, emerging risks and disasters, finance and economics, and the systems of sustainable consumption, production, knowledge action networks. We also do research enabling in terms of the sustainability communities in Asia. In the past, we have facilitated research agenda development specifically for Asia. And we are now currently supporting various science-based pathways for sustainability initiatives in the region, and specifically in the Philippines, Mongolia, as well as in Japan. We also do a lot of capacity building initiatives for early career researchers. And one of the main platforms we do that is through the Terra School, which is a short-term course on transdisciplinarity aimed specifically for early career researchers. And this is co-organized by the Future Earth Japan Hub and the Research Institute for Humanity and Nature based in Kyoto. Next, please. In Japan, we also do a lot of partnerships, specifically with the business sector. We are partnering with the AON Foundation for a series of different fora and symposium discussing various sustainability issues. And we also work with Cow Corporation for a Future of Washing initiative, which is a transdisciplinary initiative to overcome unsustainable washing practices. And we also engage very closely with the Future Earth Japan National Committee, which is a consortium of more than 40 plus academic institutions, research universities, as well as local NGOs and the private sector. We organize a lot of summits, webinars, and symposia. In fact, this Friday, we're going to have a Future Earth Japan Summit, specifically revolving around the themes of Future Earth and the Anthropocene and the SDGs and what we can do in terms of sustainability. So that's about it for what we do here in Future Earth Japan. Let me turn you over to my colleagues who will report next on the other hubs. Thank you.
Thank you, Ria. So let us go to the next hub, South Asia hub. Smriti, are you ready?
Yes, Fumiko, thank you very much. So we at the South Asia, we have networks across various regions. Our domain are the SAARC countries, Myanmar and Indian Ocean Island countries. Our networks are spread across these various countries through working groups. And we have, in 2016, we established ourselves as a regional office, which is hosted by the Divecha Center for Climate Change in IISc in Bangalore. And just recently in September, we have set up our South Asia Global Hub at the Indian Institute of Science, also housed and hosted by the Divecha Center for Climate Change. And we also have a National Committee India network here in India, which is hosted by the Indian National Science Academy. And sorry, it's crossed from there, but we have various working groups currently who are building on the 4 thematic groups that the governing councils decided when they met on the 23rd of September in 2019. So our governing council of South Asia have representatives from 18 representatives from 8 countries from South Asia. And we had a 2 days workshop where 4 areas were prioritized for South Asia, which I will discuss in the next slide, please. Sorry, I'll discuss that later. So the work is supported by the staffs that you see on your screen. We have a director who manages and also directs various programs along with me. That's Professor S.K. Satish. He's also the chair at the Divecha Center for Climate Change. And along with them, we have various members who are supporting the various themes that have been decided for the South Asia Regional Program. And we have many more joining in a couple of months. Next slide. I was mentioning about the 4 thematic groups that the governing councils prioritized, and we are going ahead with each of these, where we have sublisted what areas do we want to emphasize on in this coming year and also in 5 years to come. So under the food, we're integrating the SDGs with informing decision making through knowledge and policy brief platform. So what we have is we have decided to work on 4 themes. That is one broad theme under the food security. We'll be looking into malnutrition in South Asia and various ways to tackle it. We will be sensitizing health. So there'll be a lot of health outreach programs, awareness programs on health sensitization. Thirdly, we're looking into water security, but very specifically to the coastal risks and the risk to communities in the coast of South Asia. And we also have a parallel program in the Divecha Center, which is looking into renewable energy, where mayors will also be engaged with. And in addition to that, we know that around 60-70% of urban spaces are yet to be developed in South Asia. also in India. So we have started this program on sustainable communities, and very soon we plan to, in parallel to these programs, we plan to have on-ground pilot programs, which will be leading us into a knowledge to action initiative. And if successful, we plan to implement it in other regions of South Asia as well. Next, please. The pandemic kind of was a hindrance to us going out in the field and doing our on-ground pilot programs. So we've been engaging with our stakeholders through webinars, where we plan to have a series of webinars up to September, finally culminating in a regional summit at the end of the year, where we will be having members from all these South Asian countries come together, which we have enlisted as 50 in numbers, where everybody will be brainstorming to find out the best solution forward. And so far in the past, we have been engaging with a lot of stakeholders through webinars. As you can see, we've been engaging through various national events, regional events, international events, and webinars are one of our major area of stakeholder engagement. And a program that we are working on right now aims to integrate the sustainable development goals, and we are also keeping a Paris Agreement climate targets while finding answers to all the problems that we want to deal with in South Asia. Thank you. With that, and please engage with us through our platform, and you can reach out to us through the website.
Okay, thank you, Smriti. Then finally, I'm happy to invite Taipei Hub.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Fumiko.
Yep.
Hi, this is Xiu Lee. So first, I want to, on behalf of Global Secretary Taipei Hub, we would like to congratulate the success of SCA Conference 2022. And I would also like to use this opportunity to introduce our personnel, our missions, and our visions in Taipei Hub. So currently, Taipei Hub has 5 staff members, so including our interim director, Candice Long, and myself. I'm interim deputy director, Chiyu. And we also have 2 science officers and 1 program assistant. So here it shows so our contribution to different job sectors in Taipei Hub. So our director, Candice, and I, we were pretty much, we plan for strategy and partnerships with other global secretary hubs. And also I work with our both science officers in working on promoting a research program and doing synthesis policy and synthesis. And here in Taipei Hub, as we are listed here, we have a strong focus on climate science. I think also because of our research specialties in Taipei. So yeah, again, we welcome all the inputs and collaborating. But at the same time, as the mission for Future Earth organization, we also strongly focus on building a research network. So we're trying to linking all the different sectors in scientific work, and so trying to looking at Earth's problems in a more interdisciplinary to transdisciplinary ways. So next slide, please. So currently, under Future Earth Taipei, as Dr. Fumiko Katsuka earlier mentioned, among all the research networks, currently in Taipei, we have 11 active working groups that is listed here. And among them, SSCP, Health, Urban, Water, Energy, Food Nexus, and the earlier career research networks are probably among them are the stronger ones relative to the other. But since 2020, our membership grew from 125 active members to 173 members. So we consider it as advancement. So we have organized both international and domestic activities. So in the past year, we organized about 20 international activities and 54 domestic activities. So the number of the organizing activity grow from 57 in 2020 to 117 in 2021. And so we are hoping to bring this momentum further into year 2022. Next slide, please. So most of our activities attached to those active working groups are held in different ways, like listed here is we have master forums in sustainability science. So that could be related to all working groups. So for example, in our master forums the end of the last year, we invited a newly awarded Nobel laureate, Dr. Klaus Hasselmann, to give a talk in general climate science and climate crisis. And also, other than the master forums, we also have a series of webinar series. So the photos here shows the example flyers of our activities. So we also have a webinar series that is hosting like experts in different areas to broadcast international webinars online. So we also have a very strong early career research networks in sustainability science locally. We have bi-weekly ECR like discussion forums online as well. And we also hosted different knowledge action networks, local meetings. And in the year 2022, we're also trying to broadcast it in the hybrid mode and hoping that we can get more participants and also more collaborations. So if you're interested in any parts of our work, please feel free to contact us, and we're very welcome any sorts of suggestion and collaboration. So here I'm handed the podium back to Katsumi, to Fumiko, sorry.
Thank you, Shiyu, and thank you everyone from the individual hubs. So in addition to the individual unique activities, we four Asian Global Hubs of Future Earth are working as a single team, also together with other four hubs to serve for the global initiative of Future Earth. However, with such strong colleagues in Asia, we are promoting sustainability science and societal transformation even more strongly in Asia. For this purpose, we sincerely hope to further collaborate with Science Council of Asia. Thank you very much again for letting us introduce the Future Earth.
Thank you very much to all directors, deputy directors of Future Earth for their hard work put in so far and plans to create Earth as a better place to live in. Now, I would like to invite National Academy of Sciences, Republic of Korea, to give presentation for the 22nd Science Council of Asia Conference.
Can you upload this one? I think it's here we are. Okay. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. I am Sung-Woo Park, a member of National Academy of Science, Republic of Korea. I am going to present a preliminary announcement on the 22nd Science Council of Asia Conference. The SCA conference will be held in October 2023 in Seoul, the Republic of Korea. The SCA conference is to be organized jointly by National Academy of Science, NAS, and the Korean Academy of Science and Technology, KAST. The main sponsors for the conference will be the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Science and ICT, Republic of Korea. The contents are general information on SCA, about NAS and CAST, theme and the main topics of the conference, important date, and about the Seoul. I'll skip some content so that I can reduce my presentation time. I'm asking your understanding. The objective of SCA are as follows. The SCA aims to provide all fields, including cultural, social, natural science, and technology, a collaborative platform for promoting scientific exchange and cooperation in Asia. SHA strives to develop and promote a holistic vision focused on sustainable development and improvement of quality of life. SHA's General Assemblies have been held biannually since 2001, and 21 SHA's conferences have been successfully held as of today, including this. And the 22nd SHA's conference will be held in Seoul next year. Now it's about the NAS. NAS was founded in 1952 during the Korean War. NAS is an academic organization that represents the birthplace of academic development in the Republic of Korea. It serves as Hall of Fame for Korean scholars to honor and celebrate their accomplishment. NAS members are actively engaged in academic research activities across all disciplines with support of the government. Major activities of the NAS are NAS collaborated with international academic organizations, and NAS host and participated in international conference. For example, 25 NAS members participated in international conferences in 2021. Now it's about the CAST. CAST was founded in 1994. CAST is the institute with distinguished scientists in Korea. About 1,000 renowned scholars across all fields of science and technology are classified into 5 different membership categories, such as policy study, natural sciences, engineering, agriculture and fishery sciences, and medical sciences. Major activities of CAST include CAST advises the government for the S&T policies through the projects and roundtable discussions. CAST hosts joint symposia with S&T academies in many countries, and also CAST hosts and participated in international conferences such as IAP General Assembly, Science 20 Summit, and AASSA General Assembly. The slide shows pictures of NAS and the CAST building. And the themes of the conference is as follows. The theme, main topics, and the conference venue have not been fixed yet. CAST and NAS will continue to update you as those topics become finalized. We are living in challenging era of rapid evolution of sciences and technologies, severe climate changes, and the COVID-19 pandemic. All these problems are related to survival of human beings and the sustainable development, and they cannot be solved by a single discipline, particular region, or specific sectors. The 2030 agendas for sustainable development request the support of all United Nations member states. The SHA was established with the aim of promoting cooperation in scientific research to handle diverse and urgent issues such as sustainability in Asian countries and the world. With this aim in mind, we are proposing the tentative themes would be sustainability and sciences. Some tentative topics are as follows: advances in science and technology for sustainable development, emerging technologies in pandemic era, policies for climate change and COVID-19 pandemic, international cooperation, and collaboration in Asian countries to cope with pressing issues such as poverty, water, pollution, health, and the digital divide. Important dates are as follows. By October 2022, details of the 22nd SHA conference will be informed to SHA member institute. By January 2023, keynoters will be invited. Registrations and the submission of the abstracts are to be called. By August 2023, final programs will be announced and informed to all SHA members, institute, and registrants. I will present two videos, and first is to present some pictures, and the second is Seoul landscape by the Seoul Tourist Organization. This will close my presentation, and we are looking forward to seeing you in Seoul next year. Thank you very much for your attention, and bye-bye.
Beautiful video. So the country is. Thank you very much, Professor S.W. Park, National Academy of Sciences, for briefing us about the next conference and inviting us in advance. Moving further, now I would like to invite Professor K Malhotra, Vice President SCA, to deliver closing remarks. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Richa Sharma, and good afternoon to all present in this conference. My sincere thanks go to SCA President, Professor Jang-Moo LEE, ICSSR Chairperson, Professor P. Kanak Sabapati, President-elect, Professor Muhammad Aslam Beg, Secretary General, Professor SHIBUSAWA Sakae, honorable members of the Management Board, representatives of member academies and institutions. I would also like to put on record our gratitudes to the keynote speakers who included Professor Suchana Apple Shevanik, Professor Bhushan Patwardhan, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, Professor Kotani Motoko, and Professor S.K. Satish. We were fortunate to have very renowned session chairs also, which included Dr. N.K. Singh, Dr. Jasuda Neena, Professor Gautam Sharma, Dr. Smriti Basnet, Professor Sachin Chaturvedi, Professor Gautam Sen, Professor Shibusawa Sakae, Professor Ramesh Chand, Professor T.G. Sitaram. I would also like to convey our sincere thanks to SCA Secretariat and ICSSR team, which worked in coordination, and ICSSR team prominently included Mr. Mahesh Madhukar, Dr. Richa Sharma, Dr. Aditi, Dr. Nitin, Dr. Jayashree, Dr. Abhishek Tandon, Mr. Pushkar Patak, and our technical team, which made it possible that despite constraints imposed by pandemic, since we could not have this conference in physical format, yet we could organize it in a virtual format, and everything went on very smoothly. This way, we could have perhaps possibly the best scientists, academics, and scholars from Asia to contribute and share their thoughts and expertise with all of us. We had a wonderful overarching theme, science, technology, and social science research, together for a better world, as we have been doing in the previous 20 conferences of SCA. We had 8 themes within the broad and overarching theme. Theme 1 was science, technology, and public policy in larger social, historical, and ethical contexts. Theme 2 was science, technology, and society for SDGs. 3 was socio-technological transformation and future Earth, theories and applications. Theme 4 was socio-technological transitions and key economic sectors. Theme 5 was social construct of scientific and technological developments. 6 was the role of science and technology and social science in emerging research fields such as biomedical science, information science, and the natural sciences. Theme 7 was framework approaches, methods for science, technology, and social science studies. And theme 8 was social science paradigm with emerging big data, artificial intelligence, and blockchains. There were 5 presentations under theme 1, 5 under theme 2, 3 under theme 3, 6 under theme 4, 4 under theme 5, 4 under theme 6, 4 under theme 7, and 5 under theme 8. In all, there were 36 presentations. There were 40 presentations through posters also under these themes. We had paper presentations and poster presentations from Japan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Republic of Korea, Thailand, Philippines, and India. And from India, we included almost all parts of the country also. These presenters represent broadly 65 to 70 institutions from SCA member countries. We could involve people from policy quarters also, as well as we had chairman of 15th Finance Commission of India, Dr. N.K. Singh, member Niti Aayog having the status of a central minister, Professor Ramesh Chand, the principal scientific advisor to the government of India, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, Director General of Research and Information System for Developing Countries, Professor Sachin Chaturvedi, Dr. Smriti Basnet from Divecha Center for Climate Change of Indian Institute of Science, Professor Gautam Sen from CLAUS, Professor T.G. Sitaram from IIT, Guwahati from India, as we aspire to do under our future strategy as well. We can plan to publish the presentations as papers in a book form or something else as may be agreed upon by all of us, which would again further one of our major objectives of joint publications, which has been spelled out in future strategy also. Climate change and COVID-19 have given their own learnings and also the major change in our thought processes. We hope that it does not rest here and is taken forward for the well-being of the entire humanity. New developments, new researches of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary nature make us work together to understand the problems and find solutions to those where knowledge and developments become great facilitators and bonding factors than discriminators. We understand how important are people and planet. And finally, every development has to be for the well-being at the larger level. And we should be creating a better world with knowledge and new developments. The acid test for every development and innovation is how good it aims to serve the society on the whole. There is a saying, there is a great need for the introduction of new values in our society, where bigger is not necessarily better, where slower can be faster, and where less can be more. I would like to conclude by saying that before we realize that our well has become dry, we would realize the worth of water much before that. Thank you very much for giving ICSSR and India this opportunity of hosting 21st SCA conference here. So thank you, all of you attending it with all of us here in India. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, sir, for edifying us in the most comprehensive manner about the discussions and deliberations that took place in these 2 days and beyond. Now, I would like to invite Professor Jang-Moo LEE, President SCA, to give final closing remarks. Sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for attending closing ceremony from many regions of Asia this late afternoon and evening. I am most pleased and honored to deliver the closing remark with the distinguished scholars to celebrate the success of 2 full days of the 21st SCA conference at the beautiful city, Delhi of India. I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to Professor Malhotra, Vice President of the Science Council of Asia, and the members of the organizing committee, chairman and the members of Indian Council of Social Science Research, and of course, SCA Secretariat for the successful hosting of this conference. I feel that the theme of this symposium, science, technology, and social science research together for a better world, is crucial for any discussion on the future of Asia. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention how moving and impressive all of your presentations were, opening up new vista of knowledge and technology. I'm sure that all of us today enjoyed the intellectual festivity of this conference, and my congratulations to all of you for coordinating such a successful conference. I'd like to take this opportunity to express my deepest appreciation for the keynote speakers, Professor B.J. Raghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor of Governments of India, and President-elect Kotani Motoko of International Science Council, who delivered impressive lectures. Also, special thanks to Future Earth representatives from China, Japan, India, and Taipei for the tremendous efforts and actions devoted to better future Earth. Please And also special thanks to Professor Shibusawa and Professor Sumo Park for the excellent presentations. Please allow me to thank once again Vice President Malhotra and members of the organizing committee for successfully hosting this meaningful conference where we can collectively build relationships and explore possibilities for future collaborations. I strongly believe that by forming a solid network among SCA members, we can successfully expand the territory of emerging sciences in Asia. I believe that this conference proved to be very beneficial, fruitful, and informative to all of you. I would like to close by again expressing my gratitude to all the participants, and I hope you all enjoy the closing ceremony in celebration of the success of this conference. Looking forward to seeing you all in Seoul next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your overall remarks. Thank you very much, sir, for your overall remarks. The conference would not have been a great success without your support and guidance. Thank you, sir. Now, for day 3 of the conference, we have organized virtual cultural tour of Delhi from 10:30 to 11:30 IST. You all are cordially invited to be part of it. Once again, I extend deep gratitude to each and everyone for making this conference a huge success. I request one and all to keep on sharing and updating your work with SCA by being part of it. Hope to see you again in 22nd SCA conference to be held in Republic of Korea. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Namaskar from India.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm out.
Thank you, Professor Lee and Shibusawa.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.